I'm doing well. What's your name?
My name is David Spence. I go by Spence, which is my last name.
All right, nice to meet you, Spence.
Likewise.
Where are you coming from?
I'm based in Miami, but right now for my job that I have on a daily, I'm in Atlanta. I'm a surgical device rep for an eye care company.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Very nice.
so medical device sales.
Oh, cool. That's uh that's cool. Yeah, we're involved in the eye care business as well as
Really?
medical business. So
Hmm.
best of all worlds. So cool. Welcome to Pitch Investors Live. Have you been on here before?
Yeah, I've been on with Kevin Harrington and also
Oh,
uh, Brendan with a guy named Brendan. I forgot the last name.
okay, cool. Awesome. Live or one-on-one with watching us on the app and on social, hopefully around the world. So love to hear what you got going on here.
Yeah, so I am a by chance inventor, and I invented what I've decided to call the K-9ite Safety Light. It is a all-in-one better option to keep dogs safe after dark, and add the highest level of confidence to any dog owner who happens to encounter a situation that I was in, where your dog can back out of its leash or out of its collar while on a walk or a hike, if they're scared or excited about something. And again, I was in that same situation, and that's why I came up with a solution. And uh, I was using it on my own, just for my own peace of mind. It got noticed, got some traction. I invested into a legitimate prototype, and applied for a patent, which I received granted last week or the week before, and just want to bring it to market to add more peace and confidence to peace of mind and confidence to dog owners around the country, if not the world.
Awesome. I don't really understand it. What is it? What's the
It's
product?
the first belt styled LED device for dogs. As you're probably well aware, the LED dog safety space is quite large. You have LED collars, leashes, harnesses, little charms, or like a key tag that hangs off. Well, in the situation I was in, none of those devices would actually come through and be successful to keep the dog visibly visibly connected with the owner, as well as any other pedestrian, motorist, cyclist, other dogs. You want to be able to spot your dog and track it if it runs off unexpectedly. And because it's a belt-styled device, it goes over the dog's withers, which is like it's like shoulder blades, I guess. And it's an LED bar. It's a silicone housing with ultra bright LEDs inside, and that's by design. The silicone housing diffuses or spreads light rays, so it makes it even brighter, so you can see it from really far distances. And because it's on the highest fixed point on the dog, you can, again, it's the highest fixed point, so it's highly visible from all angles. Whereas a collar gets it can shift, spin, rotate, and also there's a lot of bush, a lot of hair around a dog's, like some of your Great Pyrenees, Huskies, some of those type of dogs. They around their collar, if they had an LED collar on, it'd be muted. You wouldn't be able to see it because of where it's located on the dog. It can be visibly seen no matter what size or what type of coat the dog has, and it's a universal fit. So there'll be 3 different sizes, but because it's attached to the dog with an elastic comfort band that spans around the dog's chest and clips in the front with a quick release buckle, like you'd find, like, say, a backpack or something. The elastic allows it to be custom fit to the dog. So as it grows, breathes, moves, it stays fixed in place. Where again, a collar is it fails in the situation I was in, and it only has a certain amount of sizes it can fit.
So all right. So explain the difference between this and the LED collar and this versus an LED harness. I think I know the answer. Is it just like that you may not be able to see a collar on all dogs because they have hair that goes over it or whatever?
There's that, but again, going to the situation I was in, I was walking my dog along, and there was a cat crouched underneath a car. The cat saw the dog, ran off. My dog, who's a small black dog, she backed out of her collar and chased the cat. So I'm left.
How do you back out? How do you back out of the collar?
The dog, they just do it. The dog backs out of the collar. I mean, she's running around trying to chase the cat, and they back out of it. It happens all the time, as I've learned from other dog owners. It's a very common thing.
Hmm.
If a dog gets
Never
excited,
seen that. Yeah.
if a dog gets excited or scared, their response is to get out of the collar, and if they back out of it, it just comes right off.
So what about a harness? What about, because a lot of these people are using harnesses nowadays,
Now,
right? What about a harness?
harnesses are an interesting device in that, number one, all those electrical connections, it's having issues getting them all connected and lighting up. But more important than that, not every dog can wear a harness because of their musculature or their skeletal structure. It can be harmful for the dog. And not only that, it can limit the dog's movement and injure the dog in that way as well. Like my dog, she won't wear a harness. Where again, the K-9ite Safety Light is universal, so it complements a collar or a harness, and it again is much more visible to the owner and other, again, pedestrians, motorists.
Right.
If the dog.
So basically, it's just an accessory that you put on that puts a light on your dog. And really it really has no other function besides that, right?
Well, as I looked at the device itself and what's in the market today, mine's unique in other ways too. Not only is it USB rechargeable, it can be Bluetooth enabled. Again, all this stuff is in the patent claims. It also changes color. Every color in the rainbow, in fact. Whereas most, if not all, if you buy green, that's the color you have.
It's green, right?
Or yellow or blue, and they come in that color. Where mine, you can customize the color and the flash mode. And again, USB rechargeable and universal fit. And again, it's.
So have you made this product yet, or is it where are you in the stage of development?
I've got a prototype, and that is all. There's one in the world like it, and the one I own. It's a prototype, and I've won.
Gotcha.
So I'm trying to bring it to market.
You call it K-9ite?
Yeah, the K-9ite Safety Light. It's K-9, like a canine, like you see, like a police, the dog, and then it's K-9 ITE. And it's K-9ite Company, and that's all we do is this device.
Gotcha. Okay. So what's the next steps for you? What do you?
I'm looking to bring it to market, and I'm looking for either an investor or maybe some guidance, some strategic partners, mentors to help guide me through that process, where I can further develop for a retail ready product that's going to consistently work for the customer. But also, I'd like to give another go at a crowdfunding campaign through Kickstarter or Indiegogo. Again, the first time I failed miserably because I didn't know what I didn't know at the time. This is January of 2008. And I just put it up there and it failed miserably. But I've learned afterwards, it's a science. You got to prepare. You got to really do your homework.
It's complete science. You can't just put it up. You got to market. You got to have a whole, a whole plan in place, right?
Yeah. So approach that again. I think that I've had several people tell me, including Brandon from Pitch Investors Live, say it would be a great product that would certainly hit its mark, provided I prepare myself and execute on some of the things I need to do beforehand.
Okay. Do you know how much it costs to manufacture this product?
Yeah. $6.50 is what I've been quoted. Brendan, who has some ties to China and some manufacturers there, or Brendan, I should say, he says he can possibly get that lower for me. That's just for the just the basic version of the device.
So how much money are you looking for? What do you need it for?
I need it for production, marketing, and $25,000 would be on the conservative end, but I think to do it right would be closer to 35 to 40.
You need more than 25. Okay. So where are you at? Like, where are you at in the whole process right now? Are you, because you've had this product since 2008, or longer, who knows? Like, is this?
I developed the idea in 2016, and
oh, you said 2008. Did you mean 18?
I'm sorry, 2018 is when it.
Oh, you said 2008. That's what I said. It was a long time ago.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, no problem.
2008. Came up with the idea in 2016. My basic crude prototype for myself, and as it got noticed at dog parks and on walks, I got more and more support from the community saying, "Look, if that's something that's really useful, have that made." So I wanted to get a prototype first. Went to an engineering firm that developed the prototype, and from there, kind of got some traction. And that's when they said, "Look, there's nothing like this in the market. You may want to look into getting it patented," which I was granted a
Right.
patent by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office not last week. It must have been 2 weeks ago. The
Oh, congrats. What kind of
utility.
patent? Nice, nice, awesome. I'd love to see the product. You don't have it
I
on you,
don't. I didn't
right
pack it
now,
with
do
me
you?
here into Atlanta. It's
Oh, okay.
it's
Just to visualize it more, like, no, because listen, the only thing, like, I think there's a couple things that I'm thinking about. One is, we have this gentleman that we work with who's like huge in the pet industry, knows everyone, has access to every pet,
is that
everything you can imagine, and
is that
I'll
Harrison
say it
Ford?
again.
That's who Kevin
Yeah, Harrison
Forbes.
Forbes.
Yeah,
Have
I
you
haven't
talked to
spoken.
him?
Well, Kevin Harrington said that he'd run the idea by him and get back to me, and that never happened, which is fine. May have.
All right,
I'm moving.
I'll check in. I'll check in on that. The only thing I'm thinking that, like, it's a cool concept. You've got the right plan and all that. I mean, you got to figure out what you want to do in the crowdfunding, but it's it's a product. Listen, I don't have a dog. I grew up with a dog, but I don't have a dog now. I've never had that issue. When I was growing up, we didn't have all the LED stuff on the
Sure.
on the collars. I don't think, at least. Um, but you got collars, you got harnesses, you got lights, you got all this stuff that's
Hmm?
already out there. This is a light that that doesn't really serve any other purpose. It's not multifunctional.
What do you
So, like, I'm just thinking,
What do you mean by that? It's not multifunctional. What do you mean by that?
so it's just a light, right? It's not a collar with a light. It's not a harness with a light. It doesn't do anything else. It's just a light on a dog, right? So
I
I'm just
think
trying to
you're
think of.
minimizing. If you go to the website, you can check it out, and maybe you might change your perspective on it.
All right, so tell me why
Well,
I'm wrong.
because it is multifunctional, and again, what exists in the market today is completely rendered.
So what else does it do, though? What else does it do, though?
What else does it do in terms of? Well, has one primary function, but the device itself has it's customizable. It's multifunctional in terms of its flash modes. It's Bluetooth enabled and can be controlled
Hmm.
from a smartphone. All the things that passionate dog owners want in a device for their dog to keep peace of mind and keep it safe is in this device. So I think that to call it just kind of a one-trick pony that doesn't resonate with customers, I think that would be not giving it its due. Because I've heard and known differently as I've marketed the product over the last couple of years and shown people the device at dog parks and other venues. I have to push back.
Right. No, that's all right. Listen, I'm just
Sure,
letting you know what I
I love
think.
that. Thank you.
It's and listen, and I think we're talking about different
Okay.
multifunctional, right? Sure, you have different functions in the product, but it doesn't. It solves, like, it does. You can't use it for multiple things,
So
right? Is what I
much
mean,
like a
right?
collar
It's
does one thing, it's on the dog. Yeah. So in that regard, it is.
but right. It's a okay. Okay. All right. I got you. So and then I'm thinking on the marketing perspective, right? Is that enough to sustain a marketing campaign? It could be. I don't know. But again, I'm not a
Sure.
huge pet guy, honestly. I'm not a huge pet guy,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I've never had a pet get out of the collar, and and I hear these harnesses are all the craze right now. So I've never actually used it before. Used the
Well,
harness
Brad, I can
before.
tell you
So.
this: that dog owners are extremely passionate. The one, especially now. I mean, dogs are more part of the family now than ever before. Um, it's a
Hmm.
$70 billion market for pets, and people spend ancillary, like, beyond, like, medical and food. People spend toys and like other things to make sure the dogs are comfortable now more than ever. And this is one of those type of devices that a passionate dog owner or a puppy parent, as I like to call themselves in many cases, would purchase because of the peace of
Hmm.
mind and
Right.
the purpose of the device in the situation I was in. And again, because I came up with the idea myself because of that episode, and I learned after sharing that story that people have that same episode and concern with their dogs. And again,
Hmm.
unfortunately, you don't have a dog. I've never encountered that, but it's a very common problem or a very common concern for passionate dog owners. And the community online, Facebook and so on. If you checked into it, you'll see that I'm correct. That what I.
Yeah. Oh no, listen, I had a dog for 20
right.
years. I don't have one now though. So this is what I'm gonna do. Give me your website. I'm gonna show this. Hold on a second. I'm gonna show this I'm gonna show it to my mom who has a dog. I'm gonna show it to our partner. I'm gonna show it to Harrison. I'm gonna show it to like one of my friends who has a dog. He actually has like four dogs. I'm just gonna see what they think.
Yep, show it
right?
around.
What's the website?
www.K9ite. There's no dash. K-9ite.com.
K-9ite.com. Okay, cool.
K-9ite.com. K-9ite.com.
All right, let me just get some feedback from it and see what people think about it. All right, cool. So let me do that. Let me see. Who set this up? Was it Deanne who set us up here?
Yeah, Deanne, or I think that's how you pronounce it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Deanne. So I'll ask her to hook us up. I'll get you my feedback, what I get, and we'll talk. Let me get some feedback. See what people think about the product. Because I'm not sure.
Hear what you do to report back.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, because listen, like especially in the product world, we see a lot of stuff, right? And sometimes it's the products. Like one of our most successful selling products right now, like we didn't know. We kind of had the same feeling, right? We didn't know if it was what it was going to be, and you test it out there and see what happens. And if you get good response, like listen, people can say they love it, but are they going to buy it, right? And do are they going to buy it at the price that we're able to sell it for? So it all depends. So I don't. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me get some feedback,
I'd
and
love
I'll
to,
come back.
Get a response to see what you have to say, what you found in terms of the people you've shown it to.
Cool. Awesome.
You bet.
All right, man.
Thanks again for
I
the time.
appreciate it.
Bye now.
All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.